All right, guys, if you're getting ready to transport a vehicle, here is the key items you need, and in my opinion, just the easiest way to do it. So I've got an 8.5 by 20 foot trailer right here, and we will be transporting this 2022 Dodge Charger 392 Scat Pack SRT. All right, these vehicles are not the lowest sitting vehicles, but they sit pretty low. All right. Here I've got these race ramps that I picked up from my boy JB Towing. Be sure to go check him out. I'm going to tag him in this video. If you need lockout kits, if you need trailer lights, safety equipment, anything, all the above, hit him up. If he doesn't have it, he'll point you in the right direction. All right. Here is why you need race ramps. Okay. As you can see, this one right here where the race ramp is not attached is sitting super low, okay? And that Charger is not gonna be able to get up that without destroying that front bumper and that lower force of clip. All right, with this race ramp, you can see it makes it long, smooth, and not as much of an incline. All right, and that's gonna be able to get up under it and allow the vehicle to just creep up it. All right, next, you want to make sure that you have everything that you need. Ratchets, tie downs. These specific tie downs are called lassos. This is the company you can order them from. They've got different colors for different purposes, different workloads, different warranties, etc. All right, you can run a triple hitch mount. You can run one of these fancy way safe mounts that has a little scale right here on the side to tell you your workloads. I don't use it for that. I know just off of years of doing it what I can and can't put on it. I use it for the conveniency. BW also makes really good ones as well. They're really well known in the hot shot community, trucking community for hitches, the gooseneck connections, kingpins, and all the above. All right, but these are really good for being able to move it up and down. Next, you want to make sure that your vehicle is connected correctly to the trailer. All right, most trailers nowadays have this right here. This is called a breakaway. All right, this runs to this little box right here. Inside this little box is a small battery that will basically just engage the trailer brakes if it breaks off. So it's kind of like a runaway. It's got little indicators right here to tell you how charged it is. This one is full. It's on the top light, as you can see right there. And this automatically charges with your trailer being hooked up, so you don't really need to mess with that. Next, you want to make sure your tongue lock is obviously locked on there. Once you get it on there secured, lock it down so it doesn't hop off. In the case of it hopping off, you have these chains down here. A lot of people cross them. In my opinion, it doesn't really matter. You'll see a little bit of a difference if you cross them. I see some people twist the chains up and do all this other fancy stuff. I don't do that. If it's gonna hop off, it's gonna grab, okay? If you cross it, you run the risk of it kind of spinning all over the place. If it drops, I want it to pull straight. That's just my opinion on it. Everybody's got their own. Next, you want to make sure that you're plugged in correctly. All right, and depending on your vehicle, you might need to add something like this in it. This one is a draw tie. This is a trailer brake controller, okay? Some vehicles are wired for it, some aren't. Some are pre-wired for it. You just have to get up under the dash and pull the wire for it and splice it in, okay? You connect the wires to the brake controller. When you hit the brake, it hits the brake. You select the gain and the boost and all that extra stuff, or you can do manual braking if you're engine braking, etc. All right, another thing I run is this wheel-in down here with this Lampress to run all the strobes, so you can see me if I'm on the side of the road. All right, we've got front light bar, rear light bar, front strobes, front cameras, Same thing on the back. Cameras, headlight, taillight, flashers, strobes, and then even back here on the back of the trailer, we have strobes too. So we get extra visibility. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull this vehicle up these ramps and show you how to lock it down. First things first, I'm gonna take off this fender. That way when I get it up on the trailer, I can open the door and get out of it without having to just climb out the window, because I mean, you don't have to do it. Why do it? So this right here is a lasso strap, okay? Imagine it basically a belt that you put on, okay? And that is exactly how it's gonna go on for the vehicle. So what I always do is just go ahead and pre-loop it like this right here, like you would a belt. And depending on front or rear, will depend on obviously how you put it on. It's either like that or like that, okay? So for the rear, you want to pull backwards and you just run it around the back side of the tire like this right here. And you want to make sure that it doesn't touch anything on the back side. So you'll peek down here and just make sure that it's not hitting any brake lines or anything along that nature. So once you get it flat back there, as you can see, that's up there on one of those lines. Just run your hand back there and fiddle it around until you get it in front of everything, just right behind the rotor. So once you have it in there correctly, it should look something like this, where it just goes straight across. And then it's essentially just going to pull it just like that. And then you're going to take that ratchet and hit it on a spot to secure it. Okay, so essentially this is what it's going to look like, okay? 10 and 2. That's really all you need. Don't run it through it. If you've got lassos, run it over the tire. All right, don't be that guy. All right, right here, I'm going to show you how to utilize a chain to gain a additional mounting point. Kind of like a snatch block, but not, but basically a snatch block. This is so if you're parked over one that you just can't mount to, you can't pull down and you can't pull back into areas, because what if the vehicle needs to roll forward, etc. So let me go ahead and get this set up real quick and I will show you how I'm doing it. This is utilizing this chain right here, and it kind of looks like a spiderweb's nest gone wrong, but this is a real life example, not some fabricated, oh, I cut the chain to fit exactly my trailer and my needs. So I've got the chain ran from over there, ran through these just to take some of the tension off, and then through this hole back over here, okay? And got the tire hooked up just like how I would have back there. And then you just take it, hook it up. Again, it's kind of just like adding an additional secure spot to do that, okay? Now, if you don't like how that looks, you can hook up the green thingy, but this right here is basically how you do it. Hopefully this video is helpful to some people. I'll have a more in-depth on my YouTube, but hit up JB Towing for any of your towing needs.